International Project Cooperation and Management online course. Human Resources Management. Responsibilities of the project manager. Accomplish the assignment according to the planned budget, time frame and project scope. Team development. Building connections between the employees and management of a company. Transfer of acquired experience. Douglas McGregor's XY theory. Theory X. Authoritarian management style. The average person dislikes work and will avoid it if he or she can. Therefore, most people must be forced with the threat of punishment to work towards organizational objectives. The average person prefers to be directed, to avoid responsibility, is relatively unambitious, and wants security above all else. Theory Y. Participative management style. Effort in work is as natural as work and play. People will apply self-control and self-direction in the pursuit of organizational objectives, without external control or the threat of punishment. Commitment to objectives is a function of rewards associated with their achievement. People usually accept and often seek responsibility. The capacity to use a high degree of imagination, ingenuity, and creativity in solving organizational problems is widely, not narrowly, distributed in the population. In industry, the intellectual potential of the average person is only partly utilized. Assignment number 1. Imagine that you are the head of a shipping company. You ordered a subordinate to send some goods to Germany. The case is a priority as the customer is important and is responsible for a large share of the turnover. The employee comes in and says, "Boss, I have commissioned the delivery, but none of the drivers have the distribution capacity. All of them complain that they have too much work. The holidays are approaching and they want to return to their homes. You will have to talk to them and force one of them to do it." How do you react? Assignment number 1. The answer. It is not your problem anymore. You have delegated the task and you cannot let it come back. Since the problem is really too difficult for the employee to solve, the following behavior is acceptable. Boss, no one wants to drive. I suggest the following solutions to the problem, A, B, C. I need your approval to implement a decision. Assignment number 2. Jack is the head of a team of employees. He has 6 employees at his disposal, among which half are women. Everyone was committed to working hard all year, win over new clients, and increase their profitability backlog. The team has achieved good results, so the board decided to allocate a company car. Jack quickly analyzed the situation. Jerry lives close to the company and usually gets the lift from another director. Martha lives nearby and commutes to work by tram in 10 minutes. Christina goes to work every day with her husband. Rebecca does not have a driving license. George is a fanatical ecologist and rides a bicycle, even in winter. Only Red remained, who lives far away on the outskirts of the city. Without hesitation, Jack gave the car to Red. Do you think Jack was correct? Assignment number 2, the answer. Of course the decision was wrong. No matter who wants, is able to drive the car, the decision should have come from the whole team, unless someone voluntarily excludes themselves from the process. A suggested solution is to offer the car as a reward for work accomplishments. Let's do a small test. What kind of manager are you? Take the business case manager test and return to the presentation. Then find your place on the Blake-Mouton managerial grid. The Blake-Mouton managerial grid. Below is a representation of the grid. The Blake-Mouton managerial grid. Field 1-1. Impoverished leadership. Low production, low people. This leader is mostly ineffective. He or she has neither a high regard for creating systems for getting the job done, nor for creating a work environment that is satisfying and motivating. The result is disorganization, dissatisfaction, and disharmony. The Blake-Mouton managerial grid. Field 1-9. Country club leadership. High people, low production. This style of leader is mostly concerned about the needs and feelings of members of his or her team. These people operate under the assumption that as long as the team members are happy and secure, then they will work hard. What tends to result is a work environment that is very relaxed and fun, but where production suffers due to a lack of direction and control. The Blake-Mouton Managerial Grid, Field 9.1. Produce or perish leadership. High production, low people. Also known as authoritarian or compliance leaders, people in this category believe that employees are simply a means to an end. Employee needs are always secondary to the need for efficient and productive workplaces. This type of leader is very autocratic, has strict work rules, policies and procedures, and views punishment as the most effective means to motivate employees. The Blake-Mouton Managerial Grid, Field 5.5. Middle-of-the-road leadership. Medium production, medium people. This style seems to be a balance of the two competing concerns, and it may at first appear to be an ideal compromise. Therein lies the problem, though. When you compromise, you necessarily give away a bit of each concern, so that neither production nor people's needs are fully met. Leaders who use this style settle for average performance and often believe that this is the most anyone can expect. The Blake-Mouton Managerial Grid, Field 9.9. Team leadership. High production, high people. According to the Blake-Mouton model, this is the best managerial style. These leaders stress production needs and the needs of the people equally highly. The premise here is that employees understand the purpose of the organization and are involved in determining production needs. When employees are committed to and have a stake in the organization's success, their needs and production needs coincide. This creates a team environment based on trust and respect, which leads to high satisfaction and motivation, and, as a result, high production. Management styles. R. Lippitt and R. White. Autocratic style, democratic style. K. Lewin. Autocratic style, democratic style, laissez-faire style. Democratic style. Manager delegates a significant amount of power, but retains ultimate responsibility for the execution of tasks and control measures, as well as interventions to ensure that the objectives of the team are being achieved. Subordinates have a large degree of discretion in the allocation of tasks and in determining their performance, a do-it-yourself model. Dominated by two-way communication. It promotes the involvement of employees. No direct authority. Placing trust and faith in subordinates. Implementing discussion. The information is accurate. The communication process is efficient. And the staff are actively involved in the company's life, having a direct impact on its development. Relationships are dominated by cooperation, assistance, encouragement, kindness. The manager is trying to create a good climate and teamwork. The manager is interested in the personal affairs of the staff. These are favourable conditions for discovering the initiative and creativity of the staff. Democratic style. Plus. Goes well with the values of Western democratic states. Plus. Leads to better decisions. Reflecting a broad spectrum of views. Plus. Increases the involvement of employees. Co-decision. Minus. Tyranny of the majority. Minus. May be based on information of dubious quality. Minus. Ineffective in conditions where there is a need to make quick decisions. Autocratic style. The manager is responsible for work sharing, interacting by issuing commands and the imposition of penalties. The advantage of a single decision maker. Large distance to subordinates. Autocrats are divided into raw, sympathetic, incompetent. Autocratic style, plus. OK for routine, low-risk projects, plus. OK where decisions must be made quickly, minus. Decreases the morale of employees, minus. The possibility of making wrong decisions. Laissez-faire style. The manager does not decide, continuously delaying problem resolution. The manager's delegation of power is too far-reaching. The manager gives subordinates total freedom in terms of decisions on the division of tasks and the methods for their implementation, dominated by horizontal communication among group members. What emerges is an informal group manager. Laissez-faire style, plus. Effective in innovative projects where the creativity of employees is important, minus. Lack of decision-making. A. Giampietro Mea, T. Brown et al. Do we really want more leaders in business? 3 styles of leadership: transactional leadership, transformational leadership, servant leadership. Transactional leadership. The leader promotes the approach, you can achieve this and that if you do this and that. The leader sets the goals for employees by instilling in them, I will pay you according to your achievements. Transformational leadership. When solving problems, people experience transformation, discovering new solutions, learning to change. This approach is important not only for achieving the goals themselves, but also about how to achieve them. The leader builds an attractive vision of the future. The leader delegates. The leader inspires and facilitates personal development. The leader sets a good example. The leader increases the self-awareness of employees. Servant leadership. Primarily focused on serving the organization and its members regardless of the consequences. This is perfect for non-profit organizations. The modern manager is the transformational manager, is a model of integrity and fairness, sets clear goals, has high expectations, encourages, provides support and recognition, stirs people's emotions, gets people to look beyond their self-interest, inspires people to reach for the improbable. Choosing a management style, depending on the situation. The best manager is knowledgeable about every style of leadership and is able to choose the right one depending on the specifics of the organization and the circumstances under which he or she is operating.